Do you make it easy to start? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. We meet here on a nightly basis and we discuss different items that have to do with running a business, owning a business, and really taking things to the next level. You know, whether that be whether you're planning to sell your business, whether you're planning to keep your business, whether you're planning to revolutionize your business and take it to the next level. That's what we go through here. I'm a business investor, so I've got some background in this, both doing it with my businesses and with other people's businesses. So I wanted to bring up a really great point here that it's shown quite often in terms of when you're following anybody that has to do with marketing. They like to cover these type of deals. I'd like to talk about it a little bit differently. So the other day I went in, took my wife's vehicle in to get the tire looked at because we had a tire that had a leak, and it was just enough to make it annoying. It wasn't enough to leave her stranded anywhere, just enough to where it needed refilling too often. So we took it in, and I had forgotten that they had this deal. So we took it into it. We have a local chain here called Les Schwab tires. Maybe you have them in your area, but one of these very high-end very customer service centric models. And this one, you can see this is actually a screenshot from her phone, and it says tire repair. We flat out take care of you. Whether your tire is looking a little low or it's downright flat, bring it to your nearby Les Schwab. We patch, plug, or fix most repairable tires free of charge to get you back on the road. And then you scroll down the page a little bit and it says free repairs come standard. If your flat tire is repairable, we'll fix it for free on most non-commercial passenger cars and light trucks. Most tires fixed in no time flat. So we'll get your tires repaired as fast as possible. Just come by any Les Schwab location or make an appointment online. So they want to get you in quickly, right? You don't have to make an appointment, but you're welcome to if you want to. Tires made as good as they were before. Every year we mend more than 1 million tires. We guarantee that each repair will last the life of the tire. That is a very interesting deal. So they're asking for no money exchange whatsoever. Why? And I want you to think about this. This is very helpful in terms of thinking about how your business runs. Do you have the type of business that people make a habit of using? So, for example, if you're a tire repair place, once someone goes there once, maybe twice, they're going to go there continuously until they have a reason not to. They will just continue going there. Their car will find their way back to you because it's familiar. Because it's easy. Dry cleaners also work in a similar way. Hair salons also work in a similar way, and so on and so on. There are certain types of, especially when you're talking physical retail locations that work this way. But you can also have online locations that work this way. Why does Amazon do so well? Is it because they're the low price leader? No, because they're not the low priced every time. But they've become a familiar app on your phone. An easy place to go and check to see if they've got what you're looking for, to have the specific kind and see if it's at a reasonable price. Most of the time people aren't even going to check after a while because they've got Amazon Prime, because they've got other reasons why they get drawn into that place, but it becomes a habit. It's not something they think about. They don't think, well, I have Amazon Prime. No, that's just the first few times. After that, it becomes habit. It just becomes a natural thing. This is where I go to buy stuff. This is where I go to do this thing. When you make it a habit for people, they'll continue going over and over and over again. It works this way with most businesses, depending on how people perceive your business. So what's the trick? The trick is getting them there to begin with. Start the process. And so you have them offering to do something which is relatively labor intensive. I mean, it's not as labor intensive as some of the other things they may do there, but it is something they have to find a leak. They've got to fix a leak and be done with it. Every once in a while, they're going to find, and I don't know what percentage, maybe it's a high percentage, but on occasion, they're going to come across a tire that is just in bad shape. They can't send you back out on the road with it. You are stuck. you're going to have to buy a tire from them. And after that, you're going to keep going back to buy a tire from that same location. In most cases, unless there's something that they did wrong, but if they do everything right, you're going to keep going back. Just like we continue going back to Les Schwab, and we don't go to the one on the other side of town. We go to the one nearby us, and I'm used to it. I think I've been there twice, but because of that, I'm stuck. I keep going there, and if they're the free place to go have my tire fixed, even if I didn't have that habit, I'd build up that habit, because that's a great deal. How do you miss out on that? Hey, we're going to check you up. We'll see if you need new tires, which is what they're really doing. They're just checking to see if you need new tires. If you don't, hey, now they've got a connection with you. They've got you in their system, which they absolutely do. They take your phone number, all that stuff, and they keep a database. And they probably market to us somehow. I don't know if we get mailers from them or not. I haven't noticed, but they probably do. They at least have the ability to, right? This is something just to keep in mind. What's an easy way to introduce yourselves into people? What's an easy way to start? An easy way to get people started, to get them started, getting to know you, getting to know, like, and trust you. How do you do that in your business? How does that work? Something to keep in mind. So check that out. Think about that a little more, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts and comments are. Tell me what's getting in the way of that. How does your business model not allow for something like that? Because I'd love to hear about that. Also, go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can go buy a copy. They're hardbound copies, or you can go get yourself a digital copy at my website, amazonproofbook.com. That's all I have for tonight. You have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.